We are getting a new roller coaster. Over the course of 4 weeks, teasers have been appearing for the mysterious new 2025 edition for Six Flags Great America. This post appeared on a terrible website with particular capitalized letters that I already forgot about. But then, these banners started appearing and the real speculation began. I sort of liked this teaser campaign by Six Flags Great America. It wasn't bad. I am not interested in the inclusion of Wordle because it's impossible for me to get into Wordle. I am sorry, Wordle heads, Wordle warts, Wordle warriors. QR codes linking to messages is pretty fun though. Mysterious QR codes don't get old to me. I don't know why. It gets old to a lot of people. Once the words Wrath and Rakshasa started popping up in these teasers, people were quick to pull up a Six Flags trademark filing for a future ride attraction named Wrath of Rakshasa. Rakshasa. It's not easy to say. Thursday morning, August 15th, we woke up to the news that Six Flags Great America is receiving a record-breaking dive roller coaster for the 2025 season. It is a B&M dive coaster, and I mention that because there is another manufacturer that made a dive coaster, at least one. And to be clear, all of the records being broken apply specifically to dive coasters manufactured only by B&M. These are steel roller coasters that have a sharper descent on the first drop, which is vertical or beyond vertical. Think of it as a hybrid of inverting steel roller coasters and drop towers. This drop style is made possible by the shorter trains and emphasized by the chain that nearly stalls the train at the start of the descent. This dive coaster, manufactured by the Swiss company Ballinger & Mabillard, will stand at 180 feet tall, have a drop angle of 96 degrees. That's a new record! Drop riders 171 feet, and invert riders 5 times.
That's a new record!
Side notes, the German manufacturer Gerstlauer is responsible for hang time at Knott's Berry Farm in California, a dive coaster that has a drop with an angle of also 96 degrees, and it also has 5 inversions. So yeah, this is only breaking records specifically for B&M dive coasters. Anyways, what the heck is a Rakshasa? According to Google, a race of violent anthropomorphic tigers originating from Hinduism and Buddhism. I'm also seeing it's a demon, it's a spirit, it's a sorcerer of illusion. Basically, it is yet another roller coaster themed after a cool-ass evil beast in mythology that has a name that doesn't quite roll off the tongue, unfortunately. Is this an okay name for a roller coaster? That seems to be the question on a lot of people's minds. I get it. You take the name of a mythical beast from a non-American culture and slap it on your ride. That's nothing new. I think it works best when the name isn't 3 syllables, because we are stupid. Valraven, Rougarou, Rakshasa rolls off the tongue a lot easier when it's 2 syllables, like Mantu or Banshee. And I do like the name myself. I just really needed to practice it in the mirror for a while. Rock Lobster, Raw Pasta, Wrath of Rikishi. First, I am begging Great America to stop setting every ride announcement animation in dark, cloudy weather. Second, this is a very good animation. I hope we at least get some theming in the station, in the queue, and on the train, all of which do not appear in the trailer. I'm going to wait to see if there's some of that. The animation for Six Flags New England's new roller coaster has some gears in the station or something. I don't know, it's not a good sign that there's not anything shown in this trailer for us. But what the trailer does give us a good demonstration of is the coaster's layout, possible pacing, and ride interaction with the park. All 3 of which this roller coaster does extremely well. You see, after ascending the lift hill, Rakshasa slowly turns at its highest peak before entering the drop-release chain. This is very common in dive coasters to build up as much tension for the riders as it can. 180 feet up in the air makes this the 2nd tallest roller coaster to be added to Great America, behind Raging Bull, which takes the top spot. And this is a park that has some really tall roller coasters in it. I hoped for a 200-foot height on this new attraction, but 180 feet is nothing to sneeze at. This big 96-degree drop extends over the midway adjacent to the county fair sign, which looks so photogenic already. They are tearing down the county fair sign though, so
Okay, look, and wow, it looks like the gate's coming down. The County
Oh, yeah.
Fair gate's gone.
Really? That was in the render though.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll rebuild it. But yeah, County Fair gate gone. Let's see. Entering County Fair from this direction is going to look very different next year. Rakshasa reaches its top speed soaring over the midway at 67 miles per hour. After the drop, this tiger goes into an Immelman, which flies right next to the top of Demon's first drop. The second inversion is a dive loop. Literally a reverse Immelman ascends right over the entrance to Demon. If we go by the animation, to me it looks like the Immelman seems to provide more hang time, while the train appears to traverse the dive loop quite quickly. Then the third, fourth, and fifth inversions all pack a sequence that I really like the looks of. A 0G roll lifts riders up into an extremely cool wrapping turnaround. We have seen inversions like this on Wildcat's Revenge, even some other B&M coasters. The next two inversions are interlocking with one another, a corkscrew followed by a barrel roll after a tight curve. It looks like it hauls through that last inversion, whereas the corkscrew prior looks more slow and graceful. It looks to me that these inversions have a good mix of pacing, trading off between hang time and strong positive forces. I really have my hopes up for this one. The only dive coaster that I have personally experienced is Valraven at Cedar Point in Ohio, which is a roller coaster that I was personally really impressed with. Rakshasa looks to have better inversions to me and a superior layout in general. I'm very happy that there aren't mid-course breaks on this ride. I think that one problem in regards to dive coasters and pacing is that every element after the mid-course breaks is too slow to provide anything beyond hang time. Valraven, for instance, enters its mid-course breaks as soon as it's done with the first inversion. The finale of turns on Rakshasa almost form a figure 8, and I hope that it is at least as fun as the similar finale that Raging Bull has. If the train is still speeding a fair amount, it should be better than the more yawn-inducing B&M finales of an incredibly slow Helix. I think this roller coaster will kick ass. Historically, Six Flags has received a lot of roller coasters with a short runtime. Dive coasters are generally very short roller coasters due to their sheer size. In regards to track length, Rakshasa is doing well for a dive coaster, at a track length of 3,239 feet. This is the second longest B&M roller coaster in the park behind Raging Bull. X-Flight, Superman, and Batman are all quite smaller than this new dive coaster. I think that's very good for a dive coaster. Overall, I am very satisfied and looking forward to seeing the progress on this roller coaster. So far, it's looking quite promising, to me. The blue track is beautiful with the gold supports. It's a very pleasing shade of blue. The logo needs finishing. It just looks Goliath coded at the moment. I hope they don't go with just that text. It needs the eyes from the teaser banners. It looked like the teaser banners had an art direction, and I hope that moves forward with the roller coaster itself. There's a lot of room for ideas. We will have to wait and see what happens next. But I'm curious about hearing what you guys think. What do y'all think about this roller coaster? Do you think are you happy? Are you happy? Is anybody happy? Are you happy? Are you happy now? Huh? Are you happy? No, like seriously, I want to know what people think about this, because I'm just kind of in my own bubble where I'm really excited about this. My friends aren't talking about it that much. Is it just me? I just switched back to my camera and my hat is way too high on my head. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, folks.